What is going on? What is happening? It's a Smart Guys Tech Podcast. Hopefully everything looks smooth. We're kind of back to our normal setup. I'm your boy, Smart Guy, Big Q, joined by my homeboy.
You forget your name there, Q?
Yeah, you know, the brand. I got a lot on it right now.
Oh, okay. Yo, it's your boy Keon X in the building. That's right, popping off.
And now you want to give me some. Now you want to give me some mic levels. I was asking for. Who was doing the mic?
I gave you mic levels. I gave you mic levels.
We was doing the mic levels before we started recording. You act like you was all shy on the mic. Now you blew on my eardrum.
I ain't talking about. It's your boy in the building.
What's happening, man? What's going on?
Hey, man, it's been a good week. How's your week been, Q?
Man, my week has been weird. I've been wrestling with some moral things, right?
Oh.
When it comes to my career, right? So here's the thing, right? So people who know me, you know me pretty good. You know that I like to mix it up with the people, right? I like to, I'm a customer oriented type of guy, and I also am in love with my gadgets and my technology and my product, right? So those two worlds when they collide, boom, you got a retail situation going on, and that's kind of where I excel. But where I don't excel is when I have to work with other people who. And I'm gonna throw this out here, because I'm just telling you how I'm feeling, right? So last week I was struggling with the question: am I dealing with some? Because let's set this up first. Understand that I work in a place that's racially charged. Stony, North Carolina is where I work, so it's a little bit racially charged area, right? But I was trying to figure out if the situations that I was dealing with, was it racism I was dealing with, or was it laziness and ignorance I was dealing with? And I struggled with it for 4 days, Keon, until I was at work on Saturday, and I got the answer.
What was the answer?
I work with a bunch of morons.
Hey, man, it be like that sometimes.
I'm just saying, it is what it is. CJ Christina Johnson is in the building. Welcome aboard, CJ.
Joe?
Yeah, so a moral situation I'm dealing with, and I'm just like, I don't understand how certain things were happening, and I was watching like money just like walk out of the door, and I'm like, what is really happening here? Like, what's going on? Like, are you purposely like not wanting to speak to these people because of X, Y, and Z, or are you just being like a doofus? Like, what's happening? I couldn't. I just watched it for 4 days, Ken, and I couldn't figure it out, bro.
So it's like, it's not. I don't even know how to word this. So they're, as far as their job goes, they're being moronic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it's like themselves, because some people have different. They know different things. Like they're not like we. We used to have business people come in town. They'd be like, "Yo, I just want the most expensive. I don't even know how it works. I just want So some people don't care, but if it's business wise, and hey, man, some people not about that money.
It's weird because everybody complaining about certain different things with the job. Oh, I hate when you come into work and this, and when we work in a place in an industry where we're customer facing, you got to deal with people, especially trying to sell somebody super expensive electronic devices. I know for me as a customer, I'm expecting to get some top notch service. You know what I mean? I'm expecting, I walk into this place, whether it's a Verizon or a Best Buy or wherever I'm buying my $1,600 Galaxy Z Fold, whatever. I'm not expecting to be dealing with some idiot. You know what I'm saying, or somebody who don't want to give me their attention. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Wow. Hey, man, I'm glad I haven't worked in a store in a while. I couldn't deal with that. I'm not a team player.
It is right. It's right. The general takeovers in the building. What's going on? What's happening in the house tonight? But Ken, that's what I've been dealing with. I have that, and plus, again, we're getting closer and closer to for us. We call it MRN, which is pretty much where the company Samsung will show us what we already know, because they look. It's so weird working for a company where they think that they get us together and they be like, oh, we so excited to bring you guys this thing and show you what we're gonna be doing next or whatever. We were like, oh, you talking about that thing? Or you talking about that thing? Like what? And they were like, yo, stop.
I mean, that's better than Apple. Apple will sit there and let us watch the event when it happens, but sometimes they don't even let us watch it live. Like they'll be like, oh, you can watch it a week later. But a week later, I'm done. I've been watching that thing. What? Right. Get out of here. I mean, I'm going to take that time off of work, but still, I've been watching that thing. And customers will watch it.
Right, but no, it's hilarious. So they'll be like, oh, we're super excited. You got these you got these dudes in the group who are always gonna be like, I always play the game, right? I act like I'm on that ride with them, like, oh my god, that's but I already know what's happening, right? But they're gonna get us together at MRN, and they are going to introduce us to the new second half releases, the new devices that we're gonna be talking about for the second part of the year. And everything has been laid out, Ken. I don't think they got a surprise for us. I don't think so. I don't think.
I don't know, Q. I don't know. They may have something hidden up their sleeve. One more thing.
In this era of leaks and everybody being all on top of it, you think they got something they can keep that much of a secret that people don't know about it right now?
I mean, some companies are good at keeping secrets. But like Google's terrible at keeping secrets. Apple tries. Apple is pretty. Apple. Sometimes Apple's good. It just depends on what it is.
Right.
Samsung. Yeah. I feel like Samsung's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Better than Google.
I feel like this is one of them years, though. I feel like this might be one of them years with all the different circumstances kind of surrounding everything, that a surprise could actually work. They could be like, oh, and by the way, we're going to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Right? I'm like, oh, I'm truly surprised by something in electronic industry for the first time in my life. Like, oh my God, you got me, right?
Hey, I mean, I done told you this year was not the year to be super surprised. It's the year to tighten up stuff, and that's it.
Yeah, but that's I think that's not next week, but the week after next, because I think they don't want to say nothing, of course, because they want to reveal it to us. But I'm pretty sure the Unpacked event is set for August 11th. I think that's pretty much a rigid date. I think it's set. So.
Nobody's gonna be watching it. I'm joking, bro. It's been a week, man. It's been a good week for me.
I know.
Yo,
but that's what it is.
Yo, speaking of like having a good week, I've had a pretty good week, like emotionally and whatnot. Nothing tech has really happened. I'm waiting on some updates because I need my stuff to be updated because it's not acting right now. And I think this is the first week I'm not gonna be popping off with the crowd. Ain't no drinks happening this week on the stream. I'm sorry, chat squad.
Well, you packed everything up? Or was that? I wasn't supposed to say that, but yeah.
You can see, ain't nothing packed up. Hey man, don't listen to this man. This man don't know. This man don't know what he's talking about, y'all.
I was trying to decipher Twitter clues. Okay.
Hey man.
Trying to decipher Twitter clues.
I was out. I was out earlier, and I didn't get home in time.
Oh, okay. Because I was saying, 2 weeks, and it's like these little cryptic tweets that's popping up everywhere.
Hey, chat squad, I don't know what this man's talking about. Don't listen to him.
I'm pretty sure they follow you. They see the same thing I see. It ain't, come on now. Unless you're trying to say, what, I'm not deciphering the tweets correctly? Is that what is happening right now?
Hey, all I know. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, see, Joe? My Twitter is popping. Hey, man, follow me on Twitter, Chaos.
That's what I'm saying. So, you was like, oh, well, I'm thinking maybe you put your glasses away and, all other, maybe that stuff is, you put it away because it's
No, man. I'm not staying sober. You gotta go through this, man. It's news time.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Twitter, let me throw out what this guy was talking about, chat squad. So there's a headline going around that, if you connect to a certain Wi-Fi network, your iPhones or your iPads or whatever your iDevices are, they can get.
I like the way you can brush that off on Twitter, like I did.
You're welcome. That's right, CJ. It does get pat last. But yeah, this is a headline going around that if you connect your iDevices to a certain Wi-Fi network, it'll break your devices. In it. Yeah. It has like percentage symbols and it's spelled certain ways. Whatever. It's not something that a normal person would connect to, unless they're just
I don't know,
not
man.
thinking or something.
Have you seen what your neighbor's been naming their? I'm gonna tell you, my neighbor.
No, they name it like fart Wi-Fi or too high for Wi-Fi or something like that. They're not, or they just keep it at like Netgear 5781.
Right, most people do. Right, yeah, most people do.
Exactly. Yeah. But I told you, Q, I was like, this is gonna get patched. It's whatever, and it already got updated. Like Apple's quick on it. Quick on it.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. My thing was when they got brought. It was one of them things where it's like I'm just based on conversation that I hear by listening to customers speak when I'm in the store. Oh my God, only reason why I don't really mess with nothing but Apple because it's so super secure. But over the past few years, certain things been happening, and they always been happening to Apple. And this is the silliest one. Oh, you trying to tell me if I connect to a Wi-Fi network? Now all my government stickers are out for the world to see. I'm just like,
it's not even your secret. It just breaks your Wi-Fi. Like, who needs Wi-Fi? Get unlimited data.
What was the one last year? It was something really crazy going on with iPhones last year. It was the same weird thing. It was something crazy that you could do with the iPhone, and it would. I don't know. But it's always something. And
I know there's always like text bugs. Like if you text a certain phrase and it breaks the phone. I love that one. That one was fun.
I think that was last year, the year before last, right? Yeah, I remember that.
Somewhere,
right?
Yeah, somewhere recently.
Yeah. She said one of her. What does that say? One of her neighbors' Wi-Fi name is what?
You know what that says. You know what that says.
I put it up on the screen.
You can't even see it on. You can't even see it on YouTube. YouTube took that comment down. What happened?
That's what I'm saying. I had to put it up on the screen because it got taken away. Yeah. So, but I put it up on the screen, so I don't know what they're gonna do about that. Maybe.
Did I text CJ? Did I text you that? I would do something like that.
Oh, what was the word? You remember what it was? I can't remember what it was.
No, it was like a certain phrase, and you text it to somebody, and it like breaks their phone.
It breaks their phone or whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your iPhones,
I would do something like that though.
You gotta love your iPhones, man. iPhones are amazing. iPhones are amazing,
But me bringing that up, I will say on Friday, Microsoft had to tell all their customers to update their computers because there was a bug going around with the printers and whatnot. So, hey, man, every company got bugs, bro.
I'm going to tell you what I find weird about that. And I'm always amazed by this because who still prints stuff?
I print stuff. I'm making a cookbook, a recipe book.
Oh, no, that's different. Okay, I get that. Okay, that's cool. I guess for creative purposes, I can understand having a printer. But
the creative only.
The print recipes, like who does this in 2021? Who's printing recipes for Mama's chili beans or whatever?
Hey man, if you don't know how to write it down, you got to keep it on the refrigerator for everybody to see it.
So these hacker people, they know how. Look, all you got to do is if we target old people, you're gonna get them right. They know that Grandma Lucy.
Bro, it's so bad.
Yeah, they know Lucy and them still trading recipes or whatever, right? You know what I mean? So what better way to get them? Why they print the recipes out? You know what I mean?
But didn't Microsoft tell them tell the hackers don't hack this or do something like we're gonna come after you if you hack it?
Something like that. And then they push out an update really, really quickly or whatever for the print nightmare. Weird stuff, man. I don't know. It's just I just think it shouldn't be people shouldn't have printers. There should not be a printer in nobody's house in 2021. It just shouldn't be. Even though
I fight for printers for creative purposes. Creative purposes, printers are dope. Hey man, I can print artwork, bro. Look at all this art.
But you can see it looks better on the screen, and you're gonna look at it on the
screen.
Oh
my God!
Why do you need to hold it? What?
Cancel this, man.
Why do you need? Look. 99% of the time you're gonna look at it on the screen anyway. So why do you need to hold a copy in your hand?
No, Q. Oh my God. Hey man, get this trending on Twitter. Everybody tweet out hashtag cancel Q 2021.
Listen, man, I might be a little older in stature, but I'm future forward thinking, bro. And there's no there's no reason. Yes, I am very much so. There's no reason for us to be discussing print hacks in 2021.
I mean, that's true. Print hacks. That's a wild one, bro. I just found it funny because I was looking at something to come back with you with because you came at me with the Apple stuff.
Right.
So, I had to come back. I had to find something real quick.
No, it's nice. It's absolutely amazing. So you remember, I don't know if it was last week's episode or the week before, we was talking about how Microsoft came out with Windows 11. Well, first of all, they got played on the stage anyway because the leaked build of their new thing got leaked before they even had a show about it. And then they had to deal with that. And then they all loud and proud talking about how they were getting ready to be able to run Android apps on their platform. And Google quickly was like, we're getting ready to take our Google Play Store and rework everything on there so it won't work on Windows or whatever. So we discussed all that, right? Now, I thought that was dope. But then I see this story pop up. Let's see if I can pull it up for our viewers to take a gander at. Let's see if we can get that up here. Let me see.
I hope
Here we go.
I hope it's when
so now listen, we know that Google and Samsung are buddies, right? Because they announced it 2 months ago. They was like, oh yeah, we love each other. We can ready to make watches together. It's gonna be awesome. It's nice, right? But then but it's been going on with Google and Samsung for a while because the Galaxy Play Store. But anyway, this is the crux of it, Keon. So Google pretty much is Android, right? Android is pretty much they synonymous with one another, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's an open platform type of situation, and people can do what they want to with Android, right? So if you're somebody like Samsung and you got this awesome platform that you're trying to build an ecosystem with, and you got your own little Galaxy store, that's which a lot of the times I get most of my apps from because it's built into the system where it automatically kind of directs you that way. And then there's also Samsung only apps that you can't find in the Google Play Store or whatever, right? You remember that tweet?
Apps from the Samsung store?
Well, yeah, you remember that tweet that I sent you one time where I had the keyboard I was showing you. I was like, I see how much you hate me with the keyboard. I had the keyboard with the lights in it and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, that comes from an app called Good Lock, right? Which is you can't find that in the Google Play Store. It's a Samsung only app, right? It's for customizing your Galaxy
doesn't
device.
want that trash on their store.
Okay, so that's where we're going with this. Is that what we got from this whole thing?
I'm sorry. Continue.
Is that what we do?
Hey man, continue your story, bro. But there's exclusive apps on the Samsung store. I get that.
So according to this story, now it's from The Verge, so it's heavily skewed a little bit. It's a little
Hey.
Got a little favoritism going on here. But anyway, they're trying to say that Google is fearing that somebody like Samsung could create their own, app store that people wouldn't even need to go to Google for anything. And if Samsung can do it, how come Xiaomi can't do it? Or specifically somebody big like Huawei who's in a situation right now, right? You know what I mean?
I mean to piggyback off this story, I was going to talk about this when we started talking about the money stuff, but Google is actually getting sued from 40 states because people are saying that their app store is a monopoly on Android, and people like Microsoft or Amazon and other these companies, they can't even break into it because Google owns 99% of the apps. And I'm just like, what are you really going to accomplish? What are you going to do? Like, Google owns this, and y'all can make some laws, but at this point, what is it going to change?
Man, listen, I would hate to see it, but it looked like it's going in this direction because I saw an article today that was talking about the Pixel 6 and how it was supposed to be Google's like if an iPhone was like an Android, this was going to be an iPhone-ified Android device, this Google Pixel 6, which means that Google is shutting a lot of doors. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like the windows are getting slammed down, the locks are being put on the door like, hey, we want to control everything.
But Google's saying that if they didn't have so much control, then it could be harmful for the smaller companies, and it could have security issues.
Android fans and people who deal with Android or who understand it, no Android is the wild. That's what you sign up for when you purchase an Android device. You're dealing with the wild
but what about Auntie Diane who just don't want an iPhone? She just don't like iPhones.
She's either got to step her game up or call her nieces and nephews to help her out. Like they already.
She better not call them. They will block her.
They already doing it. Look, listen, man. Sometimes, and from dealing with customers, you have to deal. Sometimes this technology ain't for everybody, bro. And just because
it's not. It's definitely not for everybody. I've been a favor of having a test that people need to take once they hit a certain age or certain whatever. That hey, man, do you still need this stuff? Because maybe you just don't need it anymore.
I mean, it's absolutely necessary. So, for example, my mother-in-law, bless her heart, love her to death, and this whole thing with this Cash App, right, whatever. So my wife is telling her how she can't have Cash App on her phone. And you don't want her to have it because if she had Cash App on her phone, her bank account will be emptied in 24 hours, right? She's like, no, why I can't have Cash App or whatever, right? Don't understand how dangerous that is. That's dangerous, man. You know what I mean?
She just wants to send money back and forth with her friends.
But she wants to be up on it. That's what it is. It ain't really all about that. It's about y'all doing all this fancy stuff with these things. I want to do it too. That's what it comes down to.
What's this story that Cjo just put up here?
She says that
she was trying to troubleshoot. Yeah.
And
trying to help her grandma the other day with her phone, and she wanted to throw her phone out the window just out of anger. Yo, it's been a long battle. So like when I was heavily into tech, and my mom, she didn't really care, just like any other non-millennial out there. She didn't really care. But I'm so into tech, I'm telling my mom like, oh, look at this, mom. Oh, look at this, mom. Oh, I made my phone do this. And so she starts getting like edging into it just a little bit here and a little bit there. But then I turned 16, I got my car, I'm out the house all the time. I turned 18, I go to college, I'm out the house. I turned 22 or whatever, I leave the house. But I keep leaving my mom these... No. I keep leaving my mom these nuggets of tech, and so she keeps trying to learn a little bit more. But the more she learned, the more she got to call me to be like, oh, what happened? Or my phone messed up? Or how do I do this? And sometimes, hey man, it ain't for everybody.
She's pretty savvy though. I mean, like
now she is.
I mean, like, so she carries a note and stuff. So she would be able to.
Oh, she's upset that this is not going to be a note year. By the way,
you need to I can feel. Yeah, I can understand. But she one of the ones who can help the other ones, right? They can be like, she's like, well, what you tripping about? This is how you do it, and whatever. My son is.
The only thing she don't help with is Apple stuff. She don't even touch Apple stuff. I was like, Mom, it's so easy. She's like, nope, I'm not touching it.
Well, because you already put on the good stuff, and so why mess with that?
Then why her phone don't work, Q?
She know quality what she said.
Why her Note 10 don't work?
It don't work because you used to make sure that her stuff was running in tip top shape. Now you all like
I don't know it anymore, bro. I don't know what a Note look like.
Okay. All right, so you gonna leave your mom out there hanging out there like that?
I give her YouTube links. I give her YouTube links and tell her to go learn.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it, right?
Flossie Carter and stuff.
Right. So control over the App Store is a real thing that we're dealing with right now, right? So look, I don't care about Amazon, but I do believe that people like Amazon will benefit having Android apps for various reasons. Because Amazon, they got a stuff. They in the business. They in the tech world out there doing their thing, right?
So one of go ahead.
I don't want just the ones like the reason why the Xiaomi's and the Apples and that they can't really break completely in is because those apps are weird if it ain't running on a Moto or Google's phone or whatever or Samsung. It's like it gets a little dried up and it's like the phone.
So my question for you is, how would you feel if Google had a complete monopoly over the store, like how Apple controls iOS? And most of the ways is great, but there are issues. How would you feel if Google just eventually got to that point?
I feel I'm kind of conflicted about it. Look, I understand the benefits of it, right? Because if you look at the Google Play Store right now in its current state, there's a bunch of trash in it, and it's always been that way, right? It's always because anybody can make an app and put it up there, right? And a regulation, and then you got one of the reasons why I even have a job in the first place is because people are always bringing their phones in with these garbage apps on them that transform their home screen to some old garbage. You know what I mean? And so I get that, right? It's if everything was nice and clean and in order, and Google didn't have to worry about somebody creating apps that damage people's phones or whatever. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing for everybody. The quality of life for the user is great, right? The problem
sounds great.
The problem
this is where I am with Apple.
Right, but the problem becomes, and this is one of the problems that I have with Apple, right? So because it's closed off and you're trying to save everybody from themselves, the creativity part gets lost. Now I have to depend on Google to tell me what's good. It's Google to tell me what I should be. I can't live my life like that. I can't. I just can't do it. You know what I mean?
Sometimes, like I said, I get both sides of it, but man, sometimes it's good just to have one person for me just to be like, what do I need? And they're just like, this is what you need, my child. And I'm just like, thank you. And I'll go. Sometimes I used to be like, man, don't tell me what to do. I'm going to figure it out myself. Let me find out. Let me test. Let me look. Let me compare. But sometimes I'm just like, yo, just tell me what I need.
Yo, I'm going to tell you what's crazy, right? So when it comes to like cars, like real deal automobiles, right? I'm that guy. I don't want to guess about it. Because I don't know nothing about cars. I barely know how to drive one, right? So you tell me... You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to mess with no car. I can tell you this. I've only looked at the engine of my car maybe once or twice. I was showing it to somebody, or maybe it was the day I was buying it, the guy showed it to me. Then the only 2 times I saw it, I've never seen it before, right? So I don't know nothing about cars, right? So yeah.
Hey, I'm glad to hear that. I'm not a car guy either. Like, I just needed to get me from point A to point B, like, and sound nice. That's it, man.
So the guy tells me, the guy at the Firestone or the Pep Boys or whatever say, oh, you need this, he can make up a word and say, yeah, you need this catalytic booster,
this flux capacitor. All right, man, go ahead.
Like, how much it costs? How long it gonna take to get here? Here's my money, right? That's the way it works. But when it comes to like this mobile technology, like they can't tell me that because I know it, right? Like they can't be like, oh well, we believe that you can't use the Filmic app because it doesn't, it's not optimized to run on our system, so you have to use this whack Google made camera thing or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to use what I want to use.
I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad I'm not like the only non-camera tech guy, because not non-car tech guy.
Oh no, I think it's a lot of fun. That's why them people make the money that they make, because you got guys like us, man, who look. I like a nice car, but I just like the inner workings of it, though. I don't
really care. Like, I need my speakers to sound nice. I need my car to get me from A and B.
Absolutely.
After that, right. Like, hey, my car is broke. I take it somewhere. Like, why don't you do it yourself? Yeah. Because there's people's jobs out there that I care about. Right. Trying to make sure they stay in business.
I got to take care of I got my own little mechanic dude. I got to make sure he's straight. Okay. So as we were wrapping the show up last week, we were talking about Instagram, right, and how Instagram is getting ready to change. And one of the things I had said right before we signed off, I was like, well, somebody getting ready to make a whole lot of money, because I realized how much the Instagram influencers, right? I think that's what they call it, right? How much, I know how much money, because like right now on all the social media right now, those girls, I'm gonna say girls, and most of them are women. About 90% of them are women.
That's sexist.
It's only a few. There's only a few dudes that's out there, making it work like that. But Instagram is paying them the most. Them people are getting, like, I see the amount of followers that some people have on Instagram, and it's mind-boggling. 55 million follow. Like 55 million people follow one person. Like that is absurd to me. You know what I mean? Like,
the crazier thing is when it's not like a celebrity. Like, right. Celebrities are gonna have millions of followers, but then you just have, I don't know what their names are, but it's like, why do you have like, what are you doing? And then you look at their feed and it's just like, I'm in Fiji, I'm in Tulum, I'm in Antarctica drinking smart water. Like, oh, okay.
Did I ever tell you the story about when I was in San Francisco in 2019? So me and the team, right? And it was my first time going, because everybody was like, oh, you got to go to In-N-Out Burger. You got to go, because if you go to the West Coast, you got to go to In-N-Out. So, of course, we found the In-N-Out. That's the first thing we did. We went to In-N-Out. So we in there, if you know how the In-N-Out works, it's like, it ain't like, the place is always crowded. And it's like, they got like a few places you can sit or whatever, but it's always people there. So it's like, getting the table is going to be hard to do. So we're sitting there waiting on our food, right? And this girl comes in, and she has like 3 people with her. One dude has like a gimbal with all this big ginormous camera on it. And the other people had like their little cell phones or whatever, and they're following her around. We had no idea what was happening. She cleared a whole entire booth, made them people get up and out of the booth. She gets in the booth. She got her phone. She filming herself. I'm like, oh my God, we were at the famous In-N-Out, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then one of the dudes was like, oh, she's like some Instagram girl. And I was like, oh. So this is what it's like. You can just tell me.
I don't give a what. Like, I ain't get up.
Wow, man, I could not believe it. And I had no idea who she was. No idea. Like,
the funny thing is, that happens to me on YouTube a lot, because somebody will tell me about this YouTuber, and they'll have 10 billion subscribers, and I'm just like, I've never heard that person in my life. Like, what are you talking about?
What do you possibly got going on that makes that many people want to know what you're doing? You know what I mean? But
it's crazy out here.
But what's going on? People are, especially like over the last year and a half, where we have been, we went through something that we never been through in our life, when this whole being quarantined and going through this pandemic situation, where people had, we relied on our social media. We got our entertainment from online or whatever. So a lot of that stuff was, what we probably would have never thought about 5 years ago, but now it was like it's big business. So TikTok emerges, blows up, skyrockets. It's the thing now. It was only a matter of time before, that money was going to start funneling over that way. But then, of course, before we even get to the TikTok part of it, what was Instagram was going to video, right? Because they already did it. They already started with Reels, but they're gonna work like YouTube.
They started doing videos a little while ago, but they never really took it serious. Like they didn't do too much with it. It was like, oh, you can put a video up, and then it's like Instagram TV. Oh, you can put a long video up, and now stories always have videos, and now Reels are like the loopy videos like TikTok is.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're saying, oh, we're not even a photo sharing app anymore. We're a video sharing, influencer, blah 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 app.
Yeah.
So they're just saying, like, if you're here just to show photos, you're not gonna grow anywhere.
Right. So now
you want to grow, you need to do some videos.
So I can take Samsung Q now to, because I already took it from YouTube to Instagram. Now I can go to YouTube to TikTok. But now I can go and bring Samsung Q to Instagram as well, and do the long form videos and all that cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's
get you
great.
some subs.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Some
I like
followers.
It. Yeah, man. I'm gonna do it now. So let's look at this. I'm gonna see if anybody's shocked at some of this stuff. I was a little bit surprised when I saw it. But I want to see if anybody else is as shocked as I was when I saw this stuff here. So I was thinking about the amount of money that people was making on social media. So I pulled it up, right? I looked it up, and I was like, let me see if I can find out what's happening here. So this right here it blew my mind, Keon. I'm gonna show it to you, right? So it says ByteDance, the company ByteDance is the company that's the parent company for TikTok. They got this crazy brewing IPO situation going on right now. So we'll see what's going to happen with that in the future here. But look at this right here. TikTok's highest earner is some dude named Michael Lee, who made $20 million last year in ads on TikTok. Ooh. Yeah. And then the most
I will say that I don't think it's TikTok that's paying them. I think it's like their ad revenue and like sponsors and stuff, right? I know Charlie. I've heard Charlie D'Amello. I've heard Addison Rae.
Who is this?
I don't know him. I don't know her.
I haven't seen any of these people. I don't. I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah, Charlie jumped off, and she's doing. I think she's doing something else, or either she came from somewhere else. And then Addison, I believe, is doing music or something. I'm not sure. I don't know anybody else so far on that list.
This thing is it's ridiculous. But the thing is, like, some of them are getting paid like by post, right?
$20 million.
So let's see if I can find that one where they show whether how much they get paid per post. There was it's on the other page. Hold on, I got it.
And the funny thing is, I thought TikTok was 15 seconds, or was it 15 or seconds or a minute? And then you showed me that you got to do 3 minutes now.
Yeah,
then
just did it for 3 minutes. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's an everybody thing or if can people do like 10 minutes or
it's everybody thing now. Yes, it is. But
can people do like 10 minutes or anything?
I don't know about 10 minutes. I think the longest TikTok video I've ever seen was about 4.5 minutes, right?
Oh, so they can go to probably like 5 or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying to see if I can find this per post thing, because there is a per post, and the money that these people are getting per post is kind of ridiculous. Here we go.
And CJ just said that Q Park is from Vine, so this is his bread and butter right now, creating this short form videos.
So this is what he does. Oh, okay.
Hey man,
that's
one of the was it King Von who was on Vine? He's an actor now. I can't really see him as an actor because I can only see him from Vine and stuff. Yeah, but he's an actor now.
It's crazy, man. I saw two comedians that I've been following on YouTube. Saw them in a freaking Spectrum ad. Kev on Stage and Troy Baker.
Oh yeah, I know Kev on Stage. I know both of them. Yeah, I follow them on YouTube.
Right, and especially commercial, right?
From All Def.
Yeah.
No, well, I know them from All Def. I don't know. I never saw the commercial. $40 a post. Imagine Q.
This ain't ad stuff. This is just posting random stuff, right?
Imagine getting a fraction of that for something else, Q. Imagine like every time you posted a tweet, Twitter says, "Here's $1,000." Like what?
I know. It's crazy. I'm
but it can't be every single one. It has to be like something that they tell you to post. There's no way it's every single one they're paying out that money.
We got like $35,000 per post, and this dude has 36 million followers. The engagement rate, and look at that's a pretty low engagement rate now. But that's 2.77% engagement. But look at the amount of engagements, 975,000.
Because he has probably like 50 million subs. Like so, even 2% for him is a lot.
It's crazy. It's a lot of money flowing through TikTok and Instagram. Well, YouTube used to be, everybody wanted to be a YouTuber because they saw like PewDiePie and Marquise Brownlee
YouTube
and
don't even
people like
pay
that.
that much.
No, not compared to this stuff here these numbers that I'm looking at right here. Like,
People always say like you're not gonna get rich off of the AdSense. You're gonna get rich off of like the sponsors and the other stuff.
Right. Yeah, man.
You're not gonna get rich off the views. You're gonna get rich off like the AdSense and the sponsors and stuff.
Well, look at the scope of this kid. Let's look at the scope, right?
Baby Ariel. I feel like I've heard that name before.
Can you imagine just waking up and this is your day? What do I post and how many times? Like how many times a day do you post? Like
no, I can't do that because let's say I get $40,000 a post. I'm making 2 posts a year and calling it quits. Like I don't care. At that point. This is not gonna be a day job. Like no, I'm gonna make a post a month and then I'm done.
Well, if you're this girl, you put 4 posts up a day, right? You don't make close to $100,000.
I'm not doing that.
Or $200,000 at a day.
But okay, how much money do you need, bro?
No,
how much money do you need?
I just want to put this. I want people to understand the scope of what's happening right now. So, and the other thing that I want, that I want to bring up about this whole entire thing is if this is what's really going on, right? What does that say about us, right? What does that say about the people who consume this stuff?
You gotta remember, nothing has intrinsic value. Value comes from how much you and I and all of us other monkeys put onto something. So like my phone is only worth $1,000 because I paid $1,000 for it. You know, it's valuable to us. So enough people say that this person is worth $40,000 for 2 minutes of her life. Yeah, that's how much she's worth. That's crazy.
That's the most ridiculous thing. That like I've come to like have knowledge of. Like I think of all the things I've learned, right? To learn about this, it kind of and now I understand the mad scramble. And now I see why everybody is on TikTok. And I'm gonna tell you, my daughter about 2 years ago, I guess she was on, posting on Instagram where I guess have these weirdo little sponsor people, kind of low level sponsor people like Smooth My Balls or whatever. I still ain't showed you that thing. I got another thing from them the other day. But
I like how you just called your daughter weird.
Well, yeah, these weird low level sponsor people will contact these girls, right? I guess she must have posted something. She was like, and they'd be like, "Oh, you seem like a stylish person. Would you like to us to sponsor? You can just rock our tops." So she on Instagram wearing these stupid
being an ambassador.
Yeah, these stupid looking tops, thinking she getting ready to be the next Instagram star. I was like, if you don't sit your narrow ass down somewhere.
I did that for a little bit with this company called Electric Family. I love that company though. Yeah, it got a little bit too young for me, but I love that company when I was younger.
Yeah. No, I'm just but
hey man, you gotta start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere, right? Everybody started somewhere, right? It's just I mean, you can look at what the potential is. I mean, you can make
what if in 2 years what if in 2 years what the new app Juice made comes out and she's making these 5-minute Jiffy videws and she's making $100,000 and then you're gonna be like, hey, that's my daughter, I love you, I was always there for you.
I mean, what you need from me, you need me to hold one of the cameras, you need me to record your vlog or whatever. I mean, what you need me to do? It's nuts. But can you imagine though if you happen to fall into like that thing and you used to put your stuff up out of the joy of the scene and you just like to talk about the stuff, right? But maybe it attracted enough attention where people was like, damn, I like Keon's brand of whatever you're talking about, and they want and you get this big push. But can you imagine your daily? What is your daily like as an influencer? Like what? Because people are watching everything you do, everything.
Well, and that's why I always said I never wanted to be famous. I don't mind being rich, but I can never be famous because I can't have people watching me. But one, you're basically a celebrity, so you gotta watch what you do, watch what you say, watch where you go, watch how you dress. Everything you do is microscope. Like everything you do, people are just like, what does this mean? Or oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. That means stuff like that. And then you always got to be planning for the next, you got to put another video out. You got to do another post. You got to talk to your sponsors.
Right.
You probably have a team helping you, so you got to make sure they're good.
Yeah.
Man, it's a lot,
all
man.
your steps got to be planned. You got to, even when you speak, it's got to be playing. Like, I'm gonna tell you the thing that tripped me out the most, and it just came up recently because I saw the old Joe Rogan interview he did with Marquez Brownlee about the whole thing with him and the old girl that sent from Twitter. I mean, from iPhone for Twitter tag on Twitter.
I just seen.
Yeah. And
no, you mean Gabrielle? What's her? Wonder Woman, whatever her name is.
Yeah. Gal Gadot. Yeah. And
Gal Gadot.
that whole situation. So but it's something simple as where your tweet came from. Like you saying the thing, and then it says, "Oh well, it was sent from iPhone."
It was like, "Oh, I love my Huawei phone." And it was like, "That's weird."
Yeah.
Like, dang, bro, can I live my life?
Right, just like last week, OnePlus tweeted a tweet out about Samsung saying that the S Pen is my weapon of choice. Tweeted from Twitter for iPhone. You know what I mean? Like, this was just last week, right? You know what I mean? So, but everything is watched. Everything is screwed. But you can watch me if I'm making $200,000 a day. You can watch these nuts. That's what
I was about to say, if I ever was famous, I would be famous for saying my mind and not being PC. Because there's no way I can live my life trying not to offend somebody or trying to curve the way I talk. No, I'm speaking how I'm speaking. You can love it or hate it. Like, this is what it is.
You know what I mean? But that's usually what it is. It's like they usually gravitate to this person because of who they are. They're like, I like him. He be talking that crazy stuff, man. He be saying that weird stuff.
I mean, I like a lot of comedians because they say weird stuff.
Yeah,
they're off the wall, and I'm just like,
but I thought that was, and I know it's all about the fact that people who took advantage of things during the pandemic, like I said, like Versus, now they making money with Versus. But before Versus, it was a thing to do. But the platform they chose to do it on Instagram was the right choice because it's a big platform. You can get most of the famous people hang out, the heavy hitters hang out at, right? If you get them to endorse your thing and engage in your thing, then more people gonna want to engage in it, right? So Versus became a thing. Now they making money off of it, right? Just like TikTok.
Apparently, nobody liked the last one because it was again in Atlanta or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and it was with lame-o. So who was that? Bow Wow and Soulja Boy.
Is that the last one?
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
You don't like Bow Wow, man?
No, like
Shad Moss
or Soulja Boy. I know either one. But then again, like I said, we talked about TikTok, right? In the way in the beginning, and it was just little girls dancing in front of the camera. And now,
I remember those days when you were telling me about that. You're like, oh, this is how TikTok is. I was like, cute. And now, get away.
It's a completely different monster now, man. It's a completely
entertainment. It's like a whole thing now.
Speaking of which, since we're talking about this, and when we wrap it up with this, you saw what happened with TikTok. It started with the little girls dancing in front of the camera. Now it's a complete juggernaut, right? Did you see the story about OnlyFans?
No, I mean, I didn't see the story about OnlyFans. I know what OnlyFans is.
So let me put this to you and put this to the audience, right? When you think of OnlyFans, what do you think of? What do you think of when you think of OnlyFans?
I mean, we all know what we think of.
Okay, there it is, right?
It's a place for people to go and sell whatever they need to sell.
Right. So now OnlyFans is saying that that's not really what they're about, and they're getting ready to change what they are to be who they really are. And what it's supposed to be about is a person will go and sign up and create an OnlyFans account to showcase their goods or talents or whatever for their fans. So you would pay money to see this person cook really well or
they want to be Patreon,
really well, right? But
they want to be Patreon.
There was some other things going on. So
there's a couple websites, and the biggest one is Patreon. And Patreon came out first, and they did the same thing. I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna show you whatever I want to show you. It could either be for free or it could be for paid stuff. Most people do paid. You pay me every month. I'm gonna show you how well I play video games. I'm gonna show you how to train a dog or whatever. OnlyFans came out and it's like, hey man, we don't have as many rules as Patreon, so you do what you want. And people said, oh, there's no rules, so I'm gonna do.
We can do this, right?
We can do whatever you want. And then OnlyFans is like, no, that's not us. But they also like, but the money though. Yeah,
because you see what they did with their logo. They made the logo look like it was kind of geared toward that kind of stuff, right? But now they changed it. So, they're like, no, we're not about that. We're about other stuff now.
It's too late now. But there is like other things like loyal fans is a new thing. That's the same thing as OnlyFans. And they got there's so many coming out because everybody wants a piece of the money.
Right.
And
they do.
As a company. If I were the CEO of the company and I'm getting all this money and my only thing is that they're they're more risky than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, as a business, you're making money. So what's the real issue?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say no to that kind of money when you see it coming in. You're like, they're like, hold up, did you say that they could do? Well, no, there's nothing saying that they can't do that.
We didn't say they can't do it.
Right, look at the money coming in. So what are you going to do? Well, let's change our logo and make it a little bit more sexy, right? And let's just go ahead and get this money. And now that they got the money, and now they're known. Everybody know what OnlyFans is now. Yeah. And now they're deciding that they want to do something. That they want to change. They want to be more legit.
And it's probably because of that. It's like if you say OnlyFans, people automatically think of X-rated stuff, and maybe they want to be family friendly for some reason, or maybe they're trying to go somewhere like a different country, and the country's like, we don't allow
they use
people
all the
to be
nasty
doing
thought
stuff
bots just to get their name out, right? That's what they did. They used the nasty thought bots to get so everybody can talk about OnlyFans, right? So now we know what OnlyFans is. But let me ask you this before we wrap up, though. This move that they're making, trying to cleaner, more family-friendly images. They want people to think differently when they think of OnlyFans. Do you think they will succeed? Do you think that they can get out of the shell?
I think it's going to hurt. I think it's going to hurt a lot, a whole lot. And it's weird because, like I said, Patreon's another thing that did the same thing, and it did it first. Patreon's been going steady.
Yeah.
OnlyFans got a huge rise.
Yeah.
So I think when they try to do like PG stuff, they're gonna like drop down a lot. I don't know if they might just be like in the same boat as Patreon and they'll coexist. I don't know.
Are you willing to risk losing that money by telling the thought bots that they can't post here no more?
Like I said, I feel like it's gonna hurt too much because I know what OnlyFans is. You know what OnlyFans is. And if anybody says the word OnlyFans, people automatically have an idea in their head. Yeah. So it's going to be hard to say, hey, Mom, follow me on OnlyFans so I can tell you how to cook. Like, that's not going to happen because I'm like, wait, what? Are you cooking in your underwear? Like, what's going on? Like,
what's really happening
you
here,
can't tell me that. So you can't go to a job and say, like, I got my OnlyFans over here when I fix computers. They're going to be like, what? They're like, what do you mean fixing computers?
Passing out a business card like, yo, bro, like, I got plenty of Samsung tutorials on OnlyFans.
Check out my YouTube, my Twitter, my OnlyFans. You can't say that, man. Like it's automatically. So I think it's too late for you to change the perception of people. That's going to be the problem.
So you said they have to change their name from OnlyFans to something else. They have to get the OnlyFans.
But they can't do that.
Nah, because
you can't change your whole name.
Nah, you can't.
Somebody's going to have to leave and create something new. That's what's going to happen. CEO is going to have to leave and create something new because the name's already there.
So who's responsible for telling the thought bots that they can't post it no more?
I don't know why you keep calling these. Yes, Christina, that is what he is saying. Thought bots. I mean, they're going to find a place, even if they have to go back to the hub. They're going to find a place.
They're going to upload the video. Next thing you know, it's going to be like, no, you can't upload this. How they
like, no longer clothing. No, they're going to go to Twitter. They're going to go to the hub. They're going to go to loyal fans or whatever. They're going to find someone else. Somebody's going to create something. They're going to be like, they took this away from us, so I thought and created this. And,
well, I feel bad for them. I understand that, they want to grow. They see what's happening with other places, and they want some of that money. Is that TikTok style money? They're thinking that they're gambling, right? They want that because the TikTok style money is definitely more.
Is it gambling or is it like a surefire bet?
Because you got the thought bot money, which is there. You already making a thought
bot. Oh, you're talking about the company. I was talking about the girls. The girls aren't gambling.
You're already making a thought bot money, but you want that TikTok money. You know what I'm saying? And you got to gamble. Like if you tell the thought bots to move on.
No, first of all, that's comparison syndrome. If you're a company doing well, don't look at another company that's doing better than you.
You ain't looking at TikTok and saying with the money they're making.
Hey man, everybody got your name in their mouth. So why you worry about TikTok? Bro,
because stop my money, can't keep the bills paid no more, man. It ain't enough money, man.
I don't know what kind of bills you got, bro. Everybody making money on OnlyFans except for the fans. The fans are the only one losing money.
I guess so, right? No, man. I know they got one TikTok money, man. I'm telling you. Right?
I'm creating Only Mans. That's what I'm creating.
Only
we gonna be out there, Q.
Only Man.
We gonna be out there, Q. Yeah, that's what I'm creating.
I'm gonna put it over my shoulder.
Hey guys, SmartGuyz show coming soon to onlymans.com. Be on the lookout.
with the suspenders on.
Yes, sir. We doing it. Check us out. Onlymans.com/SmartGuyz.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, right? But that's what I'm saying, Christina. No, Cause she probably had to shut hers down before she got married.
Yo. Chat squad, I apologize for my co-host. I don't know what you guys do in your spare time. But I
forgot all about that OnlyFans account. I forgot about that thing I did in 2012.
Oh my god!
He was like,
"Hey man, hey tell Miss Johnson, tell Mr. Johnson to come join us on OnlyMans. We taking them all."
That's right. We throwing it over our shoulder.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yo, wrap the show up.
It's been another very entertaining episode of SmartGuyz Tech Podcast. Emphasis on the word tech, right?
Ain't no tech in this show. Go ahead and retitle this OnlyMans show.
Oh my god, you guys have been amazing as always. Like I got the ladies, like Ken, you said last week you was a little upset with the chat squad, but I'm pretty sure they showed
I was a little hurt.
Yeah.
C. Joe, gentle. I was a little hurt last week, but it's all right. We in here. You made it back. Like I said, it's all love. We love you guys. If you show up, if you don't show up, we love you. Just
definitely like when people engage with us in our shenanigans, right? Because it's one thing for us to pull these shenanigans when ain't nobody watching, but when somebody watching is just like, wow, these dudes are idiots, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. If you need proof, rewind 10 minutes.
I know that's right. It's all good. Anyway, you guys have been amazing like always, man. Yeah, man, this has been good. I'm kind of glad. I thought that storm was going to shut us down, but we made it, man. We made it. And for all the thought butts out there, I apologize, but you got to move on. OnlyFans ain't gonna allow it no more. You gotta do something different with your life.
But I feel like Q, are you a fan? Are you a fan out there, Q?
You know what? I used to only be a fan, but now I'm more than a fan now.
Oh my god, this guy's like a super fan.
No, I don't think I'm
check badge and everything.
I think I'm too broke and too cheap to engage in OnlyFans. I ain't got no money like that.
I'm not even broke. I'm just too cheap. I can't be paying.
I can't do it. I ain't paying to see no booty, man. I can't do it. I got some in the room over there.
Wow. All right. Hey guys, it has been a nice episode.
I ain't paying to see no booty. That's ridiculous. What kind of booty?
Hey. This is why I didn't drink. This is exactly why I didn't drink today. I knew it was going to go down. My body told me, don't even worry about the drink. We got you.
That's why I never really understood the strip club. But that's a whole other story for a whole other day. We get up back here.
Hey, one of these weeks, we need to have like a real show, like an after dark. SmartGuyz After Dark.
That's
invite some friends up there.
We won't be able to do it on YouTube. We'll have to go to Clubhouse for that one.
We're going to do it on YouTube. We're not going to show nothing. We're just going to talk about stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll invite C-Joe and Miss Gentle. All right, yo. Hey, if you need to see us, check us out on Twitter, YouTube, all the podcasts.
Going on Twitter. Yeah, definitely. Check that out.
Everything you want to see, follow me at @Chaoser or follow the links. Q, where can they find you?
At biggqsworld on everything, man. If you want more of the shenanigans, that's where it's at, man. I will see y'all guys next week. Y'all guys have been amazing. We'll holla. We out here.